Earthquakes are one of the most dangerous things that happen to our planet, and some of the causes might sound crazy to you. Earthquakes can actually be man-made. Oil is usually what causes man-made earthquakes. The hypocenter is where all earthquakes start. If a rock in the ground is moving on top of another rock, it can start a shaking sensation and cause an earthquake. Something you won't believe is that we live on top of a fiery ball that is only protected by a thin shell. This can cause an earthquake. When two pieces of land, the tectonic plates, rub together and start a shaking sensation, there can be an earthquake. The main cause of earthquakes is about faults. The edge of the tectonic plates are faults. The movement along the faults causes a tremendous tension and stress on the earth. This is the main cause of an earthquake. The effects of an earthquake can be from direct shaking to death. Tsunamis or tidal waves can cause very extreme floods. Bridges can fall down, there can be avalanches, people can get caught under debris or caught in fires, and maybe even die. Landslides and liquefaction can also happen. Aftershocks can cause huge destruction to one area. The effects of an earthquake are the strongest in the broad zone surrounding the epicenter.
Some people say that aftershocks are more scary than earthquakes. That might even be true. When aftershocks hit, the ground vibrates. An aftershock is a piece of rock that comes down right after an earthquake hits, but it's a little bit softer than an earthquake. An aftershock can go on for weeks, days, and most of all, months. They are very powerful and can wreck a whole city. Did you know in one of these earthquakes a survivor wanted to leave because there are so many aftershocks? People are sometimes more scared of aftershocks than earthquakes.
Measuring earthquakes is extremely hard. Scientists use a tool called the Richter scale to measure the earthquakes. If an earthquake is not that extreme, it will be rated low, for example, a 3. If it is really bad, it will be rated around 10. The Richter scale was developed in 1935 by Charles F. Richter of the California Institute of Technology as a mathematical device to compare the size of earthquakes. The magnitudes of an earthquake is determined from the logarithm of the amplitude of the waves recorded by seismograph. Predicting earthquakes is nearly impossible, but people can predict. Scientists use laser beams that can detect plate movement. If an earthquake is predicted, you should put together a disaster kit that includes food, water, flashlights, portable radios, batteries, a first aid kit, cash, and medications. These kits should cover the needs for 72 hours. A fault is a crack in the Earth's crust. Scientists study them before, during, and after earthquakes. This helps them predict how faults will act in the future.
There are some people who survive during earthquakes, and that's what I'm going to tell you about. On September 19, 1985, an earthquake struck in Mexico City. A building collapsed another building, and the building that got collapsed on crumbled all the way to the floor. People screamed, "Run, run, the building will fall." They did not know where to run. One survivor said, "We ran out with only the clothes on our back."